Triangle strategy まさに試される正義と Benefits and freedom 3つの信念の照らすそれを生み定める天秤と示す I suspected it might be House Wolford we were fighting.
Cordelia.
Wolford dogs! How dare you!
So you're the ones responsible for getting Hyzant all hot and bothered. You'll pay for ruining all the time I bought us.
Everything we've done has been in the name of reclaiming Glenbrook.
Enough of this senseless fighting, Lord Wolford. I do not wish to see my kingdom in ruins. I am Glenbrook's queen and the last survivor of the royal line besides. Please listen to me.
Do you not see? You are traitors to the crown. Withdraw your soldiers. You do not.
The kingdom you hope to reclaim will become naught but ash and dust.
Enough.
Sir Maxwell? Have you truly been alive all this time?
It's all right now, Cordelia. Everything will be all right. I, Roland Glenbrook, will make sure of it.
Brother!
What? The princeling lives?
How glad I am to see you.
I'm sorry I left you alone so long. But that ends now.
This isn't good. Archers, kill him!
Brother, look out!
Cordelia! You'll pay for this!
I shall bring victory.
Understood.
You monsters! You will pay for what you have done!
We'll pay? You're the savage brutes who flooded the Crown City.
Do you have any idea how much the people have suffered at your hands?
I will answer for my part in this. Once you are dead and buried! The Crown City is all but ours. We must fight! We must win!
If I must.
Ah, the stench of battle.
Time to work.
I won't lose! This is where you fall!
Some homecoming prince, creeping around in that ridiculous mask. Have you no pride?
Everything I did to reclaim my kingdom. And to see you destroyed.
Turning the Crown City into a battlefield to satisfy your own personal vendetta? What a sorry excuse for a prince. The people will call for your head when they find out what you've done.
Choices, choices. Light as a butterfly.
Time to take flight.
I shan't hold back.
You are so naive.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. This will serve well.
You are so naive.
Forward! Death from above! Here! I'm a fool.
My turn.
Come at me! To victory!
I shall do what I can. Start the fight anew.
Back at you! That hit the mark.
I will end this.
The stench of battle.
The wind rages! It wasn't good enough.
On the Esfrost name.
Are you enjoying this?
Time to work.
Thank you. For victory!
Lend me your wings, Floogie!
I shall protect you. All by my design. Prepare yourself. You pay. That
Leave
went
it to
well.
me. Now what to do? Behave.
Ah, impossible! My turn.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
My turn. Now!
How did this happen?
I might as well enjoy this. Out of my sight.
Face me if you dare. I am finished.
Oh, careless of me.
I see right through you.
I approve.
I see right through you. You are so naive.
You won't beat me! Out of my way! You've done it now!
Shall we begin? Keep going.
Thank you.
I will end this.
With the powers in me.
Ah! Me too!
I will end this. I will leave you defenseless.
The stench of battle. Death is not the end!
Not bad.
I won't lose! Take that! You don't stand a chance!
So, Princeling, you've been sneaking around in that little mask like a coward this whole time. Pathetic. Just like the rest of your family. Honestly, the kingdom would be so much better off if your line ended.
Silence! You have been a blight upon my kingdom long enough!
On the Esfrost, you're undeserving.
Ah, well, let's see.
This battle is ours. Yeah!
You pay.
This battle is
Prepare
won.
to face the Dawn Spear. Your final moments approach.
Now what to do? It's been fun!
Someone help me. Brother, forgive me.
Are you dead already, Phallus? Honestly, you really are a good-for-nothing little brother.
Let us pry out their weakness. All for victory.
Our victory is assured. I have failed.
Out! My turn. You'll be nothing but a blood stain upon my blade!
Nice try. Let me return the favor. Oh, impossible!
From where shall we strike?
Shall we begin? Be at ease. You have my gratitude.
Come at me!
You're in the way!
No! I will end this. Stay right there! Your orders? Come get me.
On the Esfrost name, pay attention.
Charge!
Brace yourself!
The hunt is on. Rudy!
I shall protect you. Your defenses crumble.
Leave it to me!
Shall we dance? Take this!
There is no mercy on the battlefield. We must move fast.
on it now! Oh, careless of me!
Target
Oh,
practice.
careless of me!
Did
I
that
will
hurt?
crush you!
I do not leave survivors.
You're a clever bunch.
Forgive me, my kid.
My turn.
Defeat is not an option. Now I end this. Now I end this.
No. I don't want to die. Not now. Not ever.
Cordelia!
Geela, cast your healing magic. Brother, are you all right?
Spare a thought for your own safety, you fool. If I lost you too, I do not think I could go on.
Nothing vital was struck. She will survive, Your Highness, fear not.
Thank you.
The enemy forces have no one to command them now that Thalos and Erica have fallen. The castle is all but ours. This secures our victory.
Yes, but it's such a steep cost.
Indeed.
Queen Cordelia is past the worst of it.
It's all right now. I apologize for worrying you all. That's good to hear.
You should be with her, Prince Roland.
Perhaps. But there's nothing I can do for her. I must leave her in the capable hands of the Kingdom physicians. Now, tell me how things in the Crown City are faring.
With Minister Camsel's help, we managed to take it with minimal casualties.
But some lives were still lost. The people will be angry at us for that.
And rightfully so. We acted knowing full well what the consequences would be, so we must face them. I intend to do everything I can to rebuild the Crown City and regain the people's trust. And we shall help you however we can. Thank you. I'm fortunate that Hyzant has also offered their aid in this endeavor. Together, I'm certain we can restore the capital to its former glory in no time at all.
Hold a moment, Your Highness. I do not think it wise to rely on favors from Hyzant any more than we already have. They will doubtlessly be looking for recompense, not unlike Sorcelet.
But I will need resources to build the kingdom. And funds.
If it is coin that concerns you, I may have an idea. We have quite a surplus of Esfrosti prisoners, thanks to our victory. I propose we ransom them back to the Grand Duchy for a hefty sum. Gustadolf will have no choice but to accept. He's lost too many soldiers.
You would have us relinquish the full force of their army back to them?
We have already retaken Glenbrook, and Esfrost will not be able to move against the kingdom again for quite some time. All I ask is that you consider all your options carefully to avoid falling under Hyzant's control.
Esfrost murdered my family.
Peace, Roland, peace. The welfare of your people must come before all else now.
Very well. Let us parley with those cutthroats.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
But I will also accept Hyzant's aid. That is my decision as King of Glenbrook. We must continue to work with the Holy State if we are to destroy Esfrost once and for all.
As you command. I will supplicate myself as one of the Saintly Seven to the Holy One and ask for aid.
Overwhelmed by the forces of House Wolfort, Esfrost's troops are scattered and driven from the Crown City. Glenbrook, at last, is free. Several days after this fateful battle, Queen Cordelia announces her intent to abdicate the throne and make way for another. Roland Glenbrook, his face no longer hidden from the world, will take his rightful place at the seat of power. With the prince's friends having only just finished grieving his death, and his enemies having only just finished toasting to it, this news shocks the foundations not only of Glenbrook, but of Nozelia itself. Benedict's daring stratagem has left deep scars across the city, which stand as a statement to Esfrost that their enemies will do anything to see them defeated. The prince becomes king, and condemns the schemes of Gustadolf, making known Esfrost's plot to usurp the throne. However, the people's reaction to this news is not quite a chorus of approval. It is plain that the ravages of war and the shame of subjugation have left an indelible mark on the once prosperous nation. Although the battle for Glenbrook is behind them, Serenoa and the rest of the city's liberators must make ready for a struggle of an entirely different sort.
Congratulations on returning to your rightful throne, King Roland.
Ah, you've returned. My friend, a word.
Yes.
I am honored to have had you by my side on this journey. To be able to call you friend.
As am I, Roland.
Your Majesty, representatives from Hyzant have arrived.
We shan't make undue demands of your time, King Roland. We've simply come to say farewell.
Without your aid, my people would still be under Esfrost's iron rule. Glenbrook owes you a debt of gratitude.
Consider the debt paid. The knowledge we gleaned of Elfric's capabilities was more than worth our troubles.
Indeed, it surpassed my every expectation. The Holy One is sure to be pleased with the results.
Your Majesty, can we trust you to lift the embargo and keep Esfrost subdued?
Of course. Lord Wolford has promised his full cooperation in that regard.
Your Majesty, lest you misunderstand your friend's position, allow me to make one matter abundantly clear. Minister Serenoa is of the Saintly Seven. He is not to serve at your whims, but by the grace of the Hierophant.
I understand, but he is also a Lord of Glenbrook. More importantly, he is my friend. As such, I would ask for his assistance in the days ahead, as I have in days past.
Your Majesty, it is plain that the friendship between you two runs deep. However, the rules of politics are old and immutable.
And what does the Lord himself think of his new position?
Of course, I am grateful for the honor Hyzant has bestowed upon me. I will do all in my power to serve both the Hierophant and King Roland with all faithfulness.
In other words, the Hierophant does not have your full loyalty.
Well,
Glenbrook and Hyzant are to be two nations united in purpose. Surely it is reasonable that Lord Serenoa acts in service to both? Perhaps King Roland and the Hierophant should discuss my lord's role together.
You are right, of course. It is not our place to assume the goddess's intent.
Very well. I hope to meet with the Holy One as soon as my duties allow. I expect busy days ahead for you, Serenoa. Be prepared.
Certainly, Your Majesty.
Milo shall stay in Glenbrook for the time being. If there is aught she can assist you with, consider her at your complete disposal. Remember, Milo, that you are the symbol of friendship between our two nations.
But of course, I live to serve, Minister.
And with that, we shall take our leave.
May we meet again soon.
They leave us with a spy. It seems we still haven't won their trust entirely.
Whatever secrets they uncover will only attest to our commitment to the friendship between us.
Still, their actions speak volumes. Their aid has not come without expectation of just recompense. Already they seek to make Lord Serenoa their puppet.
But we need Hyzant's aid to crush Esfrost.
By the same token, we cannot resist Hyzant without Esfrost's might. And once Esfrost is laid low, Glenbrook will have served its purpose. What then would stop Hyzant from tightening their grip?
Just as they did with the Rosal. The injustice I saw at the source is not something I'll soon forget. If you require proof of Hyzant's true nature, you need only remember.
I know. This country is my home. Built by my father and the kings before him. Safeguarded by my sister and generations of my forebears. I will rebuild it. Restore its glory and its pride. We will not be treated as dogs at the end of a leash.
For now, we must look within. Only after that work is done should we look without.
So, the Crown City has fallen.
I see. And what of General Avlora?
Her forces were swept away in the floods, and she has not been seen since.
And my siblings, Thalos and Erica?
They died, fighting bravely in battle. My condolences, Your Grace.
I understand. I have fewer pieces on the board than ever now.
Pieces? Really is true what they say about him.
It seems I was wrong to think that Hyzant would remain idle. Or was my more grievous error to be taken in by the prince's false death? Regardless, I was a fool to show House Wolford any mercy.
Your Grace, reports from the battlefield tell of an unknown weapon being brought to bear against our forces.
Oh? Continue.
Our troops sighted an explosion of purple smoke from the Tellier domain before the banks collapsed and flooded the valley.
They possess a weapon that can alter the river's flow. It appears the weapon Avlora indicated in her report has been completed sooner than we anticipated. We mustn't allow Hyzant to think they've won the upper hand. I intend to answer their weapon with one of my own.
After retaking Whiteholm Castle, Roland assumes the throne. Joy over the return of the line of Glenbrook sweeps the kingdom. Yet not everyone is quick to welcome Roland back with open arms. Life under Frosty rule treated them well, and they suspect him to be naught but a figurehead of a puppet regime. Roland's absence, it seems, made room for discord among his subjects to flourish.
There you are, Your Majesty.
Ah, Huette.
Pray, do not sound so dismal. Now that we have retaken Whiteholm Castle, you are Glenbrook's rightful king. We've an entire kingdom to rebuild out of the ruins of war. Patriot and the others have been demanding utmost haste.
I understand that, I do. But... oh, Cordelia. Damn the duchy. They tried to take everything from me. They have to pay.
I know you have suffered many hardships, but pray, do not let yourself succumb to despair. Me, our comrades, your people, all of us are eagerly awaiting the era of peace our new king will bring.
King, eh? My father never once let his emotions overcome him. Not even the day my mother died. I had every intention of following his stoic example, but...
Majesty, I bring word from the infirmary.
Is it Cordelia? Pray tell me she's all right.
She is indeed recovering apace, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank the stars.
It seems she has something to discuss with you all, if you will hear her out.
Of course. Tell her we'll speak in the garden, but only if it will not tax her overmuch.
Yes, sire.
Huette, fetch Serenoa and the rest. Tell them to come to the garden as soon as they are able.
'Twould be my pleasure.
What is it? You're smiling.
It's only... I thought it would be some time yet before I saw you look so at ease. I'll return shortly with the others.
Cordelia, you've returned to me after so long. But slow and steady is the path to recovery. Yes, there is no rush. So that is what happened in my absence.
Yes. Gustadolf was a clever ruler. After the invasion, Patriot and his Royalists cozied up to Esfrost in order to protect themselves. Gustadolf used them to his every advantage. He stripped them of their privileges and left them nothing but their governing responsibilities. I don't think Patriot much cared for that, but it did ensure everything continued smoothly, without interrupting the people's lives.
Now I understand why there was little unrest after the occupation began.
A clean, effective takeover by a well-seasoned commander.
But all the while, he was preparing to face the next conflict.
Wait, does he intend to march on Hyzant next?
I believe so. I wish I could be more specific, but the Goddess's shield cannot protect the Holy State's capital from Esfrost. Not anymore. He said it will all be over once the death knell is ready.
What is this death knell?
A new weapon born from the coupling of his frosty ironworking and explosive projectiles. Valis claimed it is powerful enough to break through the Goddess's shield.
To think Esfrost is capable of creating such a monstrosity.
So much for their reign of peace. Taking over Glenbrook was only the first move in a bigger gambit to seize the source.
I am disturbed to learn of Gustadolf's plan. But rebuilding our capital must take priority.
Very well. We should investigate the extent of the damage and discuss how best to proceed from there. House Wolfort will lend whatever aid you need.
Thank you, Serenoa. But since you are one of their Saintly Seven now, I'd ask you to keep an eye on Hyzant as well.
Cordelia?
Apologies. A brief spell of dizziness.
I have been looking everywhere for you, Your Highness.
Patriot.
I do not recall giving you leave of the infirmary. Your injuries are still healing. Would you undo all the trouble I went through to get you the best of care? Pray, return to the infirmary at once.
It wouldn't do to push yourself, Cordelia. Rest now. Leave everything to me.
All right.
We got a pretty good understanding of the damage in the capital, my lord. It's a tad more than we were expecting.
I see. Then we must make haste with repairs. Let's report this to Hyzant and see what aid they can give us. Was there anything of note besides damage?
There ain't an easy way of putting this, but not everyone's exactly pleased to hear Prince Roland's returned. Esfrost exempted Glenbrook's subjects from the salt tax. Likely a bid to get in everyone's good graces. And a damn good one at that. But more than that, the so-called freedom Gustadolf brought to the kingdom seems to have made a splash. He threw out the old ways and made it so anyone could better their lot in life depending on their ability, instead of their birthright.
Just as in Esfrost.
Then the people must have looked quite favorably upon Gustadolf's rule.
I wager folks ain't too pleased to see us, since they figure it means things will go back to how they used to be.
Roland surmised as much. We must do something to show the people his is a return worth celebrating.
Anna, have you looked into the state of affairs in the castle?
Yes. The head of the Royalists, Minister Patriot, is extending his influence. He made quite the name for himself, even under Gustadolf. Though he seems eager enough to support King Roland, he was just as eager to serve the Archduke. I do not believe we can trust him.
Distinguished members of House Wolford, how hard you are all working to rebuild our capital. What a delightful thing to see.
Minister, you do us a great honor visiting us out of all the many other responsibilities that must vie for your attention.
Oh, come now, do not think yourself so insignificant. The entire kingdom owes you its thanks, myself included, of course. We are so grateful for House Wolford's aid, even though you now serve a different master.
We are only doing what any of King Roland's loyal vassals would.
Speaking of the king, I'm afraid we've a bit of a problem. His Majesty seems to be entertaining thoughts of retaliating against Esfrost. But the people have had their fill of war, and I'm sure you're already aware the people look upon the royal line with disfavor. I only beg you take every care going forward.
A warning.
Even so, there is naught we can do but focus on rebuilding.
Indeed. Let us return to the king and apprise him of our progress.
I would walk the city with Geela a bit longer and speak with the people.
As you wish. But this is not the capital you knew. Be careful, my love.
Ah, yes? Indeed. I don't know what to do.
Lord Serenoa. Even so...
Listen, lad. You're onto something. I feel this in my gut.
It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolfort domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I agree wholeheartedly.
You have my vote.
You won me over.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We remain in the capital with Roland and investigate the truth behind the Royalist plot. I shall remain in the capital and help King Roland investigate the Royalists.
I'm in your debt, my friend. Having you by my side is a tremendous boon.
Then I shall venture to the Wolfort domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And I shall see to the Rosellan village. I shan't be gone long, worry not.
Then this is farewell for now. Frederica, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
With peace tentatively restored to the Crown City, House Wolfort's members scatter to the far corners of the domain. Benedict returns to Castle Wolfort alone. Likewise, Frederica tends to her own in the Rosellan village. Serenoa and King Roland, meanwhile, begin investigating a cabal of Royalists, bent on regaining their lost power and influence.
Why would you take what little aid the crown has given us? Have you no heart?
Watch your words. The royal family entrusted House Consort with the minutiae of daily governance, and our priorities have changed. These provisions were deployed without any care, and are to be collected and redistributed in line with the royal family's wishes.
But we've already eaten the food. Our children were starved, sir.
I accept your confession. You shall answer for the crime of embezzling from the crown.
You're not serious.
We're sorry.
Don't apologize to them. They're royalist scum. And they can't take away what they didn't give in the first place. We know Hyzanth sent the provisions.
The boy's right. House Wolford arranged for them. You've no right to reclaim what you never owned in the first place.
You pathetic peasants. Do you not see that they are the root of your suffering?
I see it as thanks to them that you nobles still have a kingdom in which to parade around and lord your station over us.
Neither the Royalists nor the Crown have done aught to help us. You stood idle while Esfrost invaded us, while they ruled us with an iron fist.
She speaks true, and even worse, you nobles rushed to Gustadolf's side. Yet here you stand, with the gall to accuse us of crimes against the crown. You seek to hide your own treachery.
No.
I'd sooner bend the knee to Esfrost all over again than have a traitor to the crown darken my door.
Not content with embezzlement, you would add treason to your list of crimes. Crimes for which you shall now pay.
Ah!
Ah!
No!
Mom! Dad!
You fiend! There's nothing noble about you! We've suffered enough. It's time we fought to keep what's ours.
Kill every last one of these traitorous curs.
What do you think you're doing? Cease this madness at once, Patriot! I beg you, calm yourselves!
It's Lord Wolford himself!
Why have you turned your weapon on the people? Explain yourself.
They are not our people. They are filthy insurrectionists who would overthrow the royal family.
Stay with me, please! Mother! Father!
Mama! No!
So you commit murder in their name?
There are Esfrosti sympathizers in our midst who must be reminded of the royal family's primacy. I will not see the throne usurped again.
Lord Svarog, you've been summoned to the capital with regard to the death snow. How long do you intend to defy the Archduke's orders?
I've no time for his trifling inquiries. now that Glenbrook has been wrested from our hold. I fear an assault on the duchy is imminent. We must fortify Twins Gate.
Such an order would be mine to give, not yours.
Be gone! I was a fool to think you could protect the duchy's lands.
The Archduke shall render his judge...
Damn his judgment, and everything it has wrought! Leaving that fool Thalis in charge of Glenbrook brought this upon us.
I shall pass your words on to him, then.
See that you do, messenger boy. And let him know that if he wishes for me to follow his orders, he will speak the truth, and nothing but.
The insurrection is quelled, for now. Our physicians report that townsfolk and Royalists alike suffered grave wounds in the fighting.
I take solace only in the fact that no lives were lost. You see the same thing as I, do you not, Serenoa? Patriot and his sympathizers seek to take back by force the power they fear they've lost.
They were some of the first to bend to Gustadolf's will. I reckon that guilty conscience is why they're lashing out now.
The people are with them. Resentment against my family grows by the day. I pray I can bring them back into the fold, but the odds are against me.
You put it lightly, my king. The strength of Patriot and his ilk lie in their connections. Though it pains me to say it, you'll not rule the kingdom without their cooperation.
We must work to change their minds.
Nay. Time lost is trust lost. We must be swift and decisive. We must seize Patriot and his conspirators at once. I shall banish them from the kingdom myself. I expect we'll have little trouble once we've made an example of Patriot.
Stem the tide of this bloody river we find ourselves in, eh?
Cordelia's state is an impediment to your plan. The royal physicians, under Patriot's command, tend to her now. They're like as not to take her hostage if you act rashly.
That is why we shall seize him in the streets, where he'll not have Cordelia to use as a shield.
And people will see the royal family will not submit to an aggrieved royalist. Yes, this may work.
Lend me your aid, Serenoa. I've not but my title as king, but rebuilding Glenbrook will take might.
I have every confidence in your abilities, my king. As does House Wolfort. We stand with you.
Thank you, dear friend.
Pray spare us a crumb. I beg you.
Never! You deserve to starve after kissing the frosty boots that crushed our necks!
Says the man who bellowed "Long live the Duchy" every time he saw one of them walk past.
There were scores of us! You plan to report me and half the kingdom for that?
This frosty rule has broken our kingdom. And so help me, I shall see it rebuilt under my rule.
You misunderstand, surely. Why must I pay so much to simply reopen my stall?
We know that you did business with the Isfrosti army. They made you quite wealthy, as I understand it, and Glenbrook saw none of your ill-gotten gains.
Nonsense! We were free to do business as we pleased under the Duchy's rule.
A bold statement. One that could be easily taken as criticism of the crown. It sounds to me as though you wish to incite an insurrection.
I would never. Please, I can pay. Just let me pay and be done with it.
Of course you can pay. That is the duty of every subject in Glenbrook. But what of your words, which wound the royal family so?
A tithe, then, for our beloved and benevolent royal family. Pray deliver it to them, good sir.
I see you've learned your lesson. King Roland will be glad of it.
That shameless cur!
I can bear no more of this, your majesty.
Nor can I. Seize Patriot!
Ah, your majesty. Sent the Wolfort dogs to sniff around.
Nay, I saw all of it with my own eyes. You shall be punished for invoking the royal family's name to line your own pockets.
And then who will help you rule your precious kingdom? House Wolfort? I think not. You're a fool if you think you can rule hand in hand with your vassals. You're being used, but are too blind to see it.
I would do no such thing.
Aye. Everything is of my own will, and mine alone.
Your will. You're as naive as I feared. Glenbrook cannot be ruled with the iron fist of the Esfrosti, nor the religious zeal of the Hyzantians. No, Glenbrook must be ruled with careful mediation between the royal family and its loyal subjects, and that is why you need us. King Regna and Prince Franny understood this so well, I assumed their aptitude to be hereditary.
You dare suggest I am not fit for the throne?
Suggested. I know it to be true. Why else would I dirty my hands if not to make you face the truth? You have lost the ability to distinguish between friend and foe, and now House Wolfort shall usurp the throne.
Hold your tongue, or I shall have you charged with treason.
Surrender quietly, or be cut down where you stand.
If only you had known your place. But you just had to follow your full convictions. You have poisoned King Roland's mind long enough, and now you must die for it. So help me. I will open your eyes to the truth, my king.
Brother! I come to your aid.
Cordelia, what are you doing here?
I overheard the healers talking amongst themselves. The people suffer at Patriot's hand. I cannot lie abed in the face of such cruelty.
Are you well enough to fight?
Am I not a member of the royal family? I will fight for our people in any condition.
I see it is obstinance that runs in the family. So be it. Clearly you've outlived your usefulness.
Very well.
You dare attempt such treachery when we've only just reclaimed what is rightfully ours?
You've reclaimed nothing. Glenbrook lost its king, then suffered the Esfrosti invasion. We barely had time to catch our breaths before a new king was crowned. Those who bent the knee to Esfrost have thrived. Those who resisted are dead or dying. The nobles and commoners have never been further apart. Do you think this land will unite under you?
You're damned right it will. I'll restore this kingdom to its rightful glory!
You've done enough, damn it! Use your heads!
Your orders?
I won't lose!
Let's play. Think you can catch me? This battle is ours. Yeah!
Prepare to face the Dawn Spear.
If I fall, so too does the kingdom. I must not fall.
Defeat is not an option.
My apologies.
Now I end this.
That hit the mark.
Face me if you dare.
I've been waiting for this. Show me what you're made of.
Good try.
Shall we begin?
Victory goes to the quick.
Splendid.
dear brother.
My sister, your skills in healing are a boon to all.
And so the royal family stands united. Patriot, you will answer for your misdeeds. Let's go!
It was close. None of you will survive this. Strike true, madame.
Too obvious.
I shall protect you. All by my design. By my spear.
You're making a grave miscalculation. Under what pretense do you lay the blame at my feet? You'll not find a greater royalist in these lands. Tell them, Cordelia. You know what I did.
Indeed. I sought your counsel while under Gustadolf's rule. But those who would sow discord between the people and the royal family must be destroyed.
Time to take flight. Lend me your wings, Flugy!
Now what to do? Light as a butterfly. That must have hurt.
You have earned your reputation well, Wolfort. Here I thought I was prepared.
I believe he has suffered enough. Might we show him a measure of mercy?
Now is no time for mercy. The royal family must rally together. We must expunge all who would tear us apart.
My turn. I will leave you defenseless.
Just for you. That must have hurt.
Allow me.
How cute. That must have hurt.
For victory! Take that! It ends here!
It will take more than my head on a pike to unite them. They are driven by more than vengeance. You have sealed your family's fate.
I swore to restore Glenbrook, and I shall see it done no matter the cost. I thank you for your service, Patriot. You are a true hero, Cordelia. We would be lost without you.
I did what needed to be done.
My fair people, Patriot's tyranny ends here. Know that he suffered a punishment befitting his crimes. Now we can restore our home in peace. Pray, good sir, why do you quake with fear? No harm can befall you now.
Thank you, my king. I shall pay what tax I owe in due course. You have my word. Please, have mercy.
Whatever do you...
Ah, ha, ha, ha! Welcome home, King Roland!
Gaze upon what your flight from the kingdom hath wrought!
Silence! Esfrost's aggression is the cause of this.
Or so you'd like us to believe! Did you see how ruthlessly he cut down his trusted advisor, Patriot?
King Roland is a fearsome tyrant indeed.
Frost was never so cruel.
I promise you, they will understand in time.
I pray you're right.
Is that not the girl whose parents were attacked by Patriot's men?
Attacked and gravely wounded, yes. I fear there's naught I could say that would make amends for what happened. How fare your parents?
What do you think you're doing?
Why? Why would you do that?
What in the...
Hold! I beg your forgiveness. She's not been herself ever since our parents passed.
But there were no casualties.
Not officially. The physicians refused to admit them. They tended to the wounds of the Royal Guard and Princess Cordelia first. We couldn't staunch the bleeding on our own.
No!
I had no idea.
Liar! You told them to do it, didn't you? You killed our parents!
I didn't. I would never order such a thing.
This is all your fault! You should never have come back! At least tell me why. Tell me why my mother and father had to die.
I don't know what to... They...
Please forgive us. We won't speak ill of the royal family ever again. We'll do as we're told. Heavens forbid, should we commit a crime, I shall bear the punishment. Just promise to leave my dear sister alone.
This isn't your fault.
She's right. You brought none of this upon yourselves. I bid you lay the blame at my feet.
Do not dwell on this, my king. You could not have known.
Pray let me remain Roland to you if no one else. The crown rests heavy upon my brow.
Of course. Then let us speak as equals. As friends.
That is all I ask. Vengeance blinded me, Serenoa. I was willing to do whatever it took to settle the score and save my sister. I thought defeating Esfrost would be enough. That I could restore both my kingdom and people to their former glory.
And you have, true to your word.
But at what cost? Those children are orphans now. Who knows how many others have suffered the same fate? How many innocent lives will be lost? How many people will I fail to protect?
This is not your burden to bear alone. I was there beside you, and yet the outcome was the same.
Bear it I must, else I will be doomed to repeat it. Where you offer comfort, I see only excuses. Yet I remain every inch the fool. For my hatred of Esfrost grows with each passing second. It is those dogs who must answer for this. Our people would still be whole if not for the misbegotten war they started.
And you have lost your family too. I cannot deny you the rage you feel.
You are always kind to me. In my heart of hearts, I know Glenbrook cannot truly be fixed. Perhaps it was broken from the start. We must rebuild our nation from the ground up if we are to set things right.
How do you mean?
We need something the people can rally around. Like the Hyzantians and their goddess.
And we have you, King Roland.
Yes, I thought so too. But I alone, nay, not even the royal line can...
Forgive me, Your Highness, but Frederica and Benedict have returned.
I think it would be wise to finish this conversation with the others.
I feel the same. Thank you for allowing me to speak my mind.
You needn't thank me. Rather, are you sure you're...
All is well. Trust me. So long as you are by my side.
Roland, Benedict, and Frederica regroup back in the capital. But what they experienced while they were away could very well alter the course of destiny itself.
What is so important you wish to speak to me alone?
Lord Serenoa, promise me you will remain calm. I come bearing grave news. Your Lord Father has passed.
What? But how? I thought he was recovering.
It was not the illness that took him, my lord. He was assassinated.
Assassinated?
Forgive me. I was unable to stop the villain.
Who would send someone to kill my father? And why?
It was Patriat of the Royalists. He believes House Wolford a hindrance to King Roland's rule. No doubt he meant to kill both you and your father in one fell swoop.
A hindrance?
I can assure you His Majesty knew nothing of this. But disclosing the truth would put us in a precarious position. At worst, it could lead to civil war. It is best you hide the fact of Lord Simon's assassination.
You want me to say he succumbed to his illness? How can I pay respect to my father with such lies on my lips?
My lord, your father entrusted me with one final order.
What did he say?
He asked me to tell you the truth.
The truth about what?
I ask you to listen calmly, my lord. You are not Lord Simon's son by blood. Your true father is King Regna. His Majesty sired a child out of wedlock with the Lady Destra. That child is you. Lady Destra lived in the Crown City, but she was not a woman of means. Someone of her position could never hope to marry a king, or indeed keep her head once the Royalists discovered what had happened. Lord Simon knew this, and so he welcomed her and the baby in her belly to House Wolford. He and I were the only two who knew her secret. We had intended to carry it with us to our graves. But in his last moment, Lord Simon bade me give this to you.
The royal signet of Glenbrook.
King Regna entrusted it, and you, to Lord Simon, as proof of your place in the royal line.
Is this truly who I am?
I know it may be difficult to accept.
No, I believe it. I have never known you to speak false to me. Thank you for telling me what my father wished me to know.
You would still call him father?
He raised me as his own. And besides, I must keep up the pretense in front of the others. Especially in front of Roland. This stays between us, Benedict. We must keep the truth of my parentage and this ring safe.
Of course, my lord. As you command.
Serenoa, I would speak with you before we meet with the others.
Is something the matter? I was led to believe the Rosellan village escaped all but unscathed.
Pray, look at this.
A book?
We recovered it from a band of brigands. It once belonged to the Esfrosti archives. It was authored by one Orlea, my mother. Inside is the truth about the Roselle. Nay, about all Norzelia.
The truth? How would your mother have that knowledge?
The Rosellan people have long passed down the secret of the salt. My mother was a chosen keeper of that history. In ancient times, the Roselle lived in the southernmost reaches of Norzelia, in a place called Centralia. It is said Centralia was on the shore of a vast expanse of salt water they called the sea. Back then, the Norzelia we know was at the bottom of that sea, but a cataclysm dried up all the water, and thus this land came to be. The salt crystallized and sank into the earth, the very earth we now walk upon.
I cannot envision such a thing.
After the cataclysm, only one small lake of salt remained. War raged on and on as people fought to control it. The Roselle tried to stop the fighting by digging up a giant pillar of salt to show everyone the secret they had long kept. But Hyzant, whose power over Norzelia came from controlling the lake and the salt it produced, could not allow the truth to get out. They captured the Roselle, branded them criminals who tried to seize control of the salt for themselves, and confined them to the lake.
And what of the pillar?
Hyzant stole it and hid it, inside the very statue of the goddess that towers over the source.
How can you be certain?
During the uprising, my mother broke the statue and recovered a fragment of the pillar within. I found that very fragment during my visit to the village.
Incredible. If what you say is true, the teachings are a lie. This will shake Hyzant to its very foundations.
And we would be able to free the Roselle from their imprisonment at the source.
With so much at stake, we must be careful in what we do now. Frederica, I would ask for more time to think this through.
Of course. I have every faith in House Wolford. And in you.
That is the extent of what happened during our various endeavors. The passing of my Lord Father, the Royalist scandal, and the book that revealed the truth about the Roselle and the salt. It is time we consider what we shall do to overcome these obstacles facing us.
I still cannot believe how quickly Lord Simon's condition worsened.
It is most devastating. Serenoa, did your father say nothing else to you? Before he...
He bade me lead House Wolfort well.
I see. Then we must all do what we can to help you honor that request.
Your Majesty, what do you plan to do about the Royalists who misappropriated supplies?
As far as I've been able to discern, those involved acted out of greed and self-interest. They must all be punished. Nothing less than exile from the kingdom or execution will suffice.
But there are those among them who support the Glenbrook line. Will that not impact your governance?
Perhaps. But to pardon their crimes would kindle the people's ire. We must make an example of them. To appease the people. To make clear the consequences of engaging in such foolhardy behavior.
Did something else happen in the capital, King Roland?
Nothing you need concern yourself with. But I must say, I was shocked to learn of that Rosellan legend. Do you suppose the contents of that book could be true?
The part about their homeland, Centralia, that sits upon a vast saltwater sea? That of the untapped salt crystals beneath Norzelia? Or that, in order to monopolize the salt trade, Hyzant fabricated the Rosel's sins? That the pillar of salt Hyzant stole from the Rosel is hidden within the statue of the goddess? If any of it is true, it would turn everything we know on its head. It would mean the teachings of the Holy State are not but lies.
If you still doubt whether it is true, perhaps it will be quicker if I showed you.
A pink rock? No.
A salt crystal. I found it hidden in the Rosellan village. It is a fragment from the pillar within the statue of the goddess. One my mother obtained during the uprising.
It fits perfectly.
Apparently, Lady Orlea penned the book detailing the legend for Frederica.
She did. She enchanted it so no one could open it, but left me the key to break the spell. This pendant.
I doubt a mother would go to such lengths to lie to her daughter.
Then we agree the legend contains at least a seed of truth.
Your Majesty, we have received word that the survivors of the Duchy's army are amassing.
What? Where?
At the Grand Norzellian mines. But we cannot be sure what they are doing. None of our scouts have returned.
These frosty dogs. We will speak later, Serenoa. First, we must put down whatever the Duchy is planning at the mines. I need you and your people beside me.
Of course. We shall ready ourselves for the battle at once.
Extraction is nearly finished. We've secured the amount we were told. Seems such a waste to just leave the rest.
Don't think Archduke Gustadolf gives two shites. Hurry it up. We need to be done here before Glenbrook catches on to us.
Sir.
Roland and House Wolfort succeed in reclaiming Glenbrook, but they cannot rest easy, for new dilemmas threaten to tear the kingdom apart. For one, the secret of Serenoa's birth come to light with Lord Simon's passing. Meanwhile, the newly crowned King Roland struggles to reconcile his ideals with reality after punishing the Royalists. Finally, there's the truth about the Rosel and the untapped salt crystals buried within the earth, revealed in a book to Frederica from her late mother. None of these revelations have an easy solution. As all parties discuss the matters, they receive word that the survivors of the Isfrosti army are gathering at the Grand Norzelian mines. Forced to put all else aside to focus on driving out their foe, Serenoa and his comrades steel themselves for battle.
The remnants of the Isfrosti forces are gathering at the Grand Norzelian mines. Or perhaps I should say they are rallying there, preparing to defend it to the last.
Something tells me you're right. Gustadolf may have used Lord Dragan's murder as pretext for invading Glenbrook. Yet I believe his true aim was to seize control, not of our kingdom, but of the mines.
Once Glenbrook fell to them, Esfrost did indeed continue mining operations, with notable zeal. Apparently, they transported huge shipments of what they excavated to the Duchy, too.
You mean iron ore?
One would assume as much, but we do not know for certain. They say only a chosen few were allowed to have anything to do with the mining or transport.
Odd, ain't it? Granted, the iron from the Grand Norzelian mines is supposed to be decent stuff.
But the Duchy has access to plenty of other iron mines of comparable quality. They've certainly no need to go to such pains to obtain resources from this one.
You reckon there's something special about it?
What my mother wrote of must be true.
I've returned from scouting the Grand Norzelian mines. There were no signs of miners or couriers anywhere. The enemy's numbers do not appear that great, but the soldiers were occupied with some task within the mine. I cannot say exactly how many they are.
Thank you, Hewitt. Well done. Well, there you have it. The Isfrosti army is scheming something at the mines. Whatever they are planning, we cannot allow them to continue unchallenged.
Then let us reclaim the Grand Norzelian mines. And in doing so, we shall discover the Duchy's aims in due course.
I feel I can do this!
triangle strategy.